Welcome everyone to this episode of Yoga with Carly. Today we're at the Dryden Yacht Club overlooking beautiful Wabigoon Lake, and we have a great day to practice yoga, so I hope you'll join me. So we'll begin today by just sitting up nice and tall, closing your eyes, and just drawing your shoulders down your back, shoulder blades drawing in towards one another, and feeling your heart open. And just start to take a few long, deep breaths. And we can imagine like we're drawing the breath from the root all the way up to the crown of the head, and on the exhale from the crown of the head back to the base of the body. Like a wave-like motion, inhaling and exhaling. A couple more deep breaths like that. Before we get going, letting go of any tension or stress, any worries, any cares. And just dedicate this next little while to yourself, to be here, to be present. Good. Now from here, we're gonna move on to the floor. So we're gonna lay down onto our mats, starting our practice in Supta Baddha Konasana, so the soles of the feet will be together, knees nice and wide, laying down onto your back, and just letting your arms open up as well. So it's a little bit of a hip opener and a chest opener at the same time. And breathe in here. Maybe it's the first time today you got to lay down, so just noticing that gentle shift as well, you don't have to fight gravity anymore. Just allow your body to relax. Good, and then here we're gonna take our right hand, we're gonna cross it over towards the left. Left hand's gonna come underneath, holding onto the back of your arm and just drawing that right arm in closer to your chest. So you're feeling a really nice shoulder stretch here in the right shoulder. And holding here for about 30 seconds. A couple more deep breaths here. Good, and then opening your arms back up, taking a rest in between sides, just softening arms. And then we'll move into the second side. So left hand coming across, right arm coming under, just hugging that left arm in towards you. So you're feeling that stretch in your shoulder. Good, and then relaxing your arms out to the sides again. Now we're gonna lengthen our feet down towards the end of our mat, and at the same time lift up our hands overhead, interlace, and then just draw your palms out behind you. So we're doing a nice long stretch of the body. And you can point your toes if that feels good. Good, on the exhale, just bringing the knees into your chest. And we can rock side to side here, massaging the low back. Good, and then we'll just do a few roll-ups. So we're gonna roll back and forward. Good. A couple more times. And then on this one, we're just gonna cross our feet and then come on over to all fours. Okay, so from here we're gonna come into the cat to cow. Nice exercise for mobilizing the spine. So on your inhale, you're gonna arch your back, look up. And on the exhale, rounding, tucking your chin, tucking your tailbone under. Inhale, arching. Exhale, rounding. Just keep moving with your breath. Good. Awesome. And then from here, you're going to turn over onto your toes. And you're gonna sit back onto your heels. So we're gonna just take a second and try to peel your toes away from each other so you feel they're really opening up. And then we're gonna sit back onto them, and it might not feel the greatest for you. It might be a challenge to do this, but just try your best. And if you need to come out at any time. Okay, first thing we're gonna do is just drop our head over to the right and lengthen down through your left arm. So you're stretching into the traps and the side of the neck. Good, and then over to the second side. Same thing here. You can always apply a little pressure on your head if you want a deeper stretch. Good. And then taking your right hand down, left hand's gonna stretch up and overhead. Breathing into the right side. Or left side, if you're practicing at home. Good, and then inhale all the way up and over to the other side. Breathing deep into the side of the waist and your rib cage. And we're maybe really feeling it in our toes now, so you can always tuck them under if you're having a hard time with this. Good, and then the last thing we're gonna do in this position is reach our arms up, interlace the hands just like before, press your palms up towards the sky. Feeling that nice stretch through the spine, through the sides of the waist, broadening your rib cage with each deep breath in, and full long exhalations. One more deep breath in, and exhaling and just bringing those hands down. Now we're gonna sit back onto our feet, so we'll come like this, and we're gonna stretch the top of the feet and shins. So you're gonna lift up your left knee, stretching here into the foot and shin. Good, and then switching the sides. Awesome. Now, make sure you're near the end of your mat because you're gonna need to come forward. We're gonna sit back onto our heels and we're gonna do a few rounds of kneeling sun salutation. So hands starting at heart center. Inhaling, big breath in, reach up to the sky. Exhaling, moving through chaturanga, elbows in, chin, chest to the floor. Rising up, rotating the shoulders back, little cobra. And then exhaling back, child's pose. So we'll do this 2 more times. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling through chaturanga. Inhaling, cobra or a little higher, upward dog. Exhaling, child's pose. One more time. Inhale, reach. Exhaling, lowering through. Inhaling, rising up. Exhaling, child's pose. Good. Just allowing that brow point to settle on the ground, or placing your hands or block underneath your forehead. Relaxing for a moment here before we get into a little more intense sequence. Taking it easy. Good, and then coming back to all fours. We're gonna curl up onto the toes, lift our hips, and move into downward facing dog. So push your thighs back behind you, drop your chest towards the thighs, and just give a long, deep stretch here. Use your breaths here, so on your inhale, really puffing out the chest. As you exhale, sighing out through the mouth, so like this. Good, big breath in. Exhaling out any tension. Good. And then from here, we're gonna shift forward to plank pose. We're gonna lower through chaturanga, maybe halfway down or all the way down. Inhaling cobra or up dog. Exhaling downward dog. So we're gonna repeat this 3 times. Inhaling forward. Exhaling chaturanga. Inhaling upward dog cobra. Exhale down dog. Good, last one, I'll show the variation. Forward to plank, knees down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Good, and just staying here for a couple more breaths. Good, and walking forward towards your hands in standing forward fold. So here, just let the upper body hang. If you touch the floor, fine. If not, let your arms just hang towards the floor. Find a long, deep breath to really release any compression in the spine. Shake your head out if you'd like. A couple more deep breaths here. Sending your weight more to the balls of your feet. Good, and then from here we're gonna soften the knees, bring our hands to our knees, inhale, rising up to a flat back. So pulling through from the pelvic floor all the way to the heart, drawing forward, exhaling and bowing in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lowering. And then this next one, inhale, rise all the way up. Good, here at the top, grab a hold of your right wrist, lean to the left. Good, inhaling back to center, grab a hold of the other wrist, lean to your right. Good, coming back to center, just reaching your arms straight up, pull the armpits back, chin in, lift your spine, look up. Good, and then exhale, releasing your hands down by your sides, relaxing here. Just taking a moment to scan the whole body from head to toe, feeling really integrated, really present in your body. And we're gonna start moving into some flows. We'll come to the top of our mat. So I'm kind of switching sides. Hands are gonna come to heart center. We'll move into our Surya Namaskar A. So inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lunging right leg back. Exhaling, left leg back, plank pose, lowering through chaturanga. Up dog cobra, downward dog. Good, inhaling right leg forward. Exhaling, left leg forward, fold. Inhale, reaching up to the sky. Exhaling, hands to your heart. And left side, inhale, reach up. Exhale, folding in. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, right leg back, plank. Lower through chaturanga, keeping your elbows in. As you transition to cobra or up dog, make sure you take that extra second to draw your shoulders back. Exhale, downward dog. Good, inhale, left leg forward. Exhale, right leg forward, fold. Inhale all the way to the top and lengthening. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Now we're gonna bring our feet together, knees together. So we're gonna make kind of a tighter position here. And we're gonna reach in front of us, push our hips back, bend into our knees, and bring your hands to your heart. We're gonna twist to the right first. So we're gonna have our right elbow or our left elbow to our right knee. Press hand to hand, open up through the right side. Good. Try to keep your hips low and try to keep that left hip from sneaking forward on you. Good, inhale all the way up. Exhaling, hips back, bending through your knees. And then over to the left side. Let's try to hook your right elbow, twisting up, looking out over your left shoulder. Good. Alternatively, if you don't reach your right elbow to your left knee, you can have your arms just open for some more space there. Good, and then inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, flat back. Exhaling, hop it back, chaturanga. Inhaling, up dog cobra. Exhaling, downward dog. Now lift your right leg up to the sky. Exhale and swing it through. Left sole of the foot down, rising up, warrior one. So we're squaring our hips to the front of the mat, bending into that front knee. Maybe a little back bend if it feels comfortable. And exhaling, hands down, step it back, chaturanga. Inhaling, up dog cobra. Exhaling, down dog. And lifting that left leg up to the sky. Exhaling, bringing it forward and through, dropping the right sole of the foot, bending through both knees, rise up, or sorry, front knee, back leg straight. Reaching up to the sky, so the pelvis is really grounded, dropping down, rising up through the rib cage and the spine. Little back bend if you'd like. Good, exhaling, hands down. Step it back, one last vinyasa. You can always skip these if you want. Exhaling here. Good, we're gonna have some fun. Hopefully I don't jump into the water. We're gonna bend our knees, jump it forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bowing in. Inhale all the way up, palms touch. Exhaling, hands to your heart. So we're gonna move into a sequence now that we'll repeat 3 or 4 times with a few different changes each time. So we're starting with our hands at our hearts. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, forward fold. Good. Inhale, stepping right leg back. Exhaling, left leg back. We'll lower through chaturanga, up dog, and then downward dog. So we're just gonna start everything from here. Right leg's gonna come up to the sky. Exhale, send it through. Come drop down onto your left knee, Anjaneyasana, reaching up to the sky. Good. So a little hip opener, little back bend. And then from here, we're gonna bring our hands together, and then left elbow to right knee, and another twist. Okay, so if you can't get your elbow to your knee, you can have your hand on the ground, and the other hand up to the sky. So you just decide what works for you. Good, inhaling back up to center, lengthen. Exhaling, hands down, step it back. So now you can either do just downward dog, or if you'd like, your chaturanga, up dog, down dog. So you just decide what works for you. Left leg up to the sky, inhale. Exhale, bring it through, drop to the right knee, rising up, Anjaneyasana. Holding for a few breaths here. Good. Hands together at your heart and twisting over to the left. And just finding what depth works for you. If it's too hard, just take your right hand down on the floor, left hand to the sky. Good. Inhale back through center. Exhale. Step it back, vinyasa if you'd like. Or downward facing dog. Okay, so we'll move into the second round of this. Right leg up to the sky. Exhale, bring it through. Drop onto your knee. Inhale, reach up. Good. Exhaling, coming into your twist. 2 breaths here. Good. Inhaling back through center, and this time we're gonna reach up, curl the back of the toe, and see if we can come up into Crescent Lunge. Good. Holding 3, 2, 1, bring it down. Left hand's gonna come to the floor. Right hand's gonna reach behind, and if you can pull up the left foot, you'll clasp your hand around it and just kind of kick back into your hand, opening through your chest here. Good. And then exhaling, bringing it back through your vinyasa or just to down dog. Good. Left leg's gonna reach up to the sky. Exhaling, bringing it down. Inhale, Anjaneya. Exhaling, twisting. Holding for 2 breaths. Inhaling back to center. And then exhaling, hands down. Curl over onto the back toe and then see if we can rise up. So a lot of strength and a big balancing pose as well here. Try to keeping your knee and your ankle in a straight line. 3, 2, 1, dropping down. Right hand's gonna come down. Left hand might reach behind, maybe grab a hold of your foot and just kicking into your hand, opening your chest. Trying to grab the outside edge of your foot here. And then exhaling, hands coming through, chaturanga, up dog, downward dog. Good. Right leg's gonna come up to the sky. Exhale, send it through. Coming down onto the knee again, Anjaneya. Nice lunge for our hips. Exhale into the twist, and we'll move through these ones a little quicker now. Inhaling back up. This time exhaling your hands to the floor, to your blocks or fingertips. Lift up your back leg, start to straighten your front leg. Inhale, take the gaze forward, lengthen your spine, and then exhale, begin to fold over your straight leg. So you'll just do what you can here. Sometimes we have to hold the back of a chair or something like that. And this really works to get into our hamstrings. Good, just holding a little bit longer. Good, bend into the knee, step back. If you want to do a chaturanga, vinyasa, go for it. And here we go on the second side, left leg up. Exhale, bring it through. Knee down, raise the arms. So just because we're repeating, don't get bored. Stay mindful and present. Twisting to your left. Inhale back through center. Exhaling, hands down, come up onto the back foot. Straighten your front leg. Take a moment to lengthen your spine. And then exhaling, folding over your straight leg. Long, deep breaths here. Try to square your hips so that left hip will be drawing back, right hip slightly forward. Good, and then when you're ready, bend into that front knee, step back. Last round, you guys. Inhale up, exhale, down dog. Right leg up to the sky, exhale, bring it through. Drop to your left knee, inhale, reaching up. Exhaling, twist. Good. Inhale up. Exhale, hands down, coming back into that forward facing triangle pose. Good. And then here we're gonna keep our left hand down. Right arm's gonna reach up to the sky. Good, so you're gonna twist. And so I'm not really an expert on this pose. My back heel is still lifting up. Ideally you're wanting it down. It'll come with time. And this will really stretch your IT band. Good. Exhaling, coming back down, last round. You can skip your vinyasa if you want. More power through it. Up dog, downward dog. Now lifting left leg up. Exhale, draw it through. Right knee down, inhale, reaching up. Exhaling, twisting to the left. Inhaling up through center, and then exhaling the hands down and lifting up the hips. Push that left leg back. Good. Keeping now right hand down, we're gonna twist towards that front straight leg and revolve triangle pose. Good, long deep breaths here. Trying to stack your shoulders one on top of the other and revolving through that whole left side. Good, exhaling, And now we're gonna take a little break. So step back, come down onto your knees, take a child's pose. We'll take 5 to 10 breaths here, just relaxing. That sequence is a very strong sequence. You all are doing great. Just doing what you can. Good, here in child's pose, sending the breath to your back and towards the hip area. Good. From here, slowly come back up, and we're just going to come to stand. And we're going to face the long edge of our mat. Toes pointing forward, arms nice and open, shoulders relaxed. Take a deep breath in, lengthen your spine, and exhale, begin to fold down. Here, if we can, we're going to try to grab a hold of your outer ankles. Bend the elbows outward and draw your head down to wherever it'll reach. So just kind of drawing the chest in between the legs. Big stretch for our hamstrings. And your knees can be bent here if you need to. Get a little soft bend in the knees. Slowly come up. Good, and we're gonna turn the right toes out, opening your arms up, bending into the front knee. We're gonna come into extended side angle pose. Good, so we wanna have a nice straight body. I'm on a little bit of a decline here on the dock, but you wanna have a nice straight body. Forearm's gonna come onto your thigh, palm facing up. Backhand's just gonna reach up, and we're gonna open the chest here, revolving through that whole left side. So creating as much space as you can in your chest here. Good, keep holding here. Knee and ankle in a straight line. Good, and then just lifting up through that straight leg, or through your front leg, straighten it out. Gently slide down, Trikonasana. Shoulders are back, imagining like they're on a wall behind you. We're stacking the shoulders and stacking the hips as well. Good. And then bending through that front knee, coming back up. Turn the right toes in, left toes out. Bending into that front knee. Warrior 2, and then extended side angle, so that forearm down, right arm's gonna reach up, and we're just rotate through the chest here, pushing out through both feet, finding that space in the hips and in the chest. That's it. And then straightening the leg, sliding the left hand down the leg, the right arm reaches up. Good. Good. Now bend the knee, bring both hands down towards your left foot. Step back and just come down onto your knees. Cross your feet behind you and then come back to seated. Okay. So here, we're just gonna take a few long breaths. First, we're gonna start with a breath called Bhastrika, so it's a letting go breath. What we'll do is just take our hands in front of us and imagine anything we need to throw out of our mind. So any judgment or criticism, doubt, negative situations or energy, just thinking about something that no longer serves you, bringing that into your mind, taking your hands in front of you, making little fists, and we're gonna inhale once and then exhale out 15 times, moving our arms behind us really forcefully. So then we're trying to exhale through the nose. If the nose is completely blocked, then we can use our mouths. Okay, So bringing your hands in front, thinking about what it is you're letting go of. Take a deep breath in, and here we go. Good. Just relax, palms facing up. Come back to a regular breath. Good. We're going to do another round of that letting go breath. So hands in front, thinking about whatever that is you're getting rid of. Big breath in. And here we go. Good. Relax your hands. Let that breath come back to you. And you might notice a little lightness in your spine. Good. And one more round. Holding the hands up. Inhale. And begin. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Good. Relax. And just allow that breath to balance out. It can be a very powerful breath, and it's already been a very powerful practice. Good. So from here, we're going to take it easy now. We're going to move on to our backs. We just have a few poses left to do. We're going to come back to that pose we started with, the Supta Baddha Konasana. So soles of the feet together, arms nice and wide. A couple of long, deep breaths here to just relax. Good, and then drawing the soles of the feet to the floor, knees pointing up towards the ceiling or the sky if you're outside like I am. And we're gonna have our arms by our sides. So we're gonna move up into a bridge pose. So the first one, we're gonna do several rounds. The first one, we're just coming up and we're gonna hold. If you like to do the bind, you can interlace your hands and then just kind of slide your shoulders underneath you, push your thighs up. Good. Taking a couple of long, deep breaths here. Good, and then sneak your shoulders back out. Slowly lower down vertebrae by vertebrae. Good. Now we're going to do our bridge pose with our arms as well. So as we rise up, we're going to inhale, lift our hips, and take the arms overhead. And then exhale, lower arms and hips at the same time. Okay, this time I'm going to count it out for 6. Inhaling, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhaling, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now 7. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhaling, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one coming up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At the top, hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lowering. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just relax here for a moment. You can knock your knees together, hands resting on your belly or your chest. And just feel your breath moving into the lower ribs, into the floating ribs. Good. And then we're going to cross the right ankle over the left knee. We're almost done. Just coming into a nice hip stretch. grab a hold of your left thigh, pull it in towards you. You'll feel that whole right outer hip. Just make sure you flex your toes in towards your shin, and we're trying to draw that knee away from us best you can. And also try to keep the head on the mat. So if you find you have to come up a little bit to grab your leg, place something underneath your head so it can be supported, so that the back of the neck can be nice and long here. Often we forget about our necks in this posture. Good, and then set the foot back down. Cross your leg a little more tightly. Lift the left leg back up, and then open your arms, send your legs over to the left. Left hand's gonna come onto that right knee, and we're just gonna look across the right arm. So we're in a really nice twist here. Good, and then unwind, come back to center. Just let everything relax for a second here. Bring your left leg over your right knee now. We'll pull the right leg in towards us. So again, same thing, flex your toes, try to drive that left foot away from you. And if you want a little bit more, you can reach your shin. Good. Good, and then taking that left leg a little more down the right, crossing legs a little more tightly, arms nice and wide. Draw the knees over to the right. Take your right hand on top of that left knee. Look out over your left arm. Breathing across the chest and letting the shoulder blades relax down. Good, and then we're done. We're gonna come into Shavasana. So unwind, let your legs just relax down, arms out to the sides. Close your eyes. And just feel your limbs becoming really heavy and relaxed. Sense the whole spinal cord. And try to relax through the whole length of the spine, sending a ripple effect out towards the periphery. And just connecting to your breath, that natural, spontaneous rhythm. Giving yourself a little break now. To just be. Now, if you have a little extra time today, I highly recommend staying here for a little while longer. If we need to get moving, we'll start to wiggle our fingers and toes, just making some circles with our ankles and our wrists. Move our head from side to side. And then just rolling over onto one side. And slowly coming back up to seated. Awesome. So I hope you enjoyed this practice. It was a tough one, but we all made it through. Thank you so much for joining me today for Yoga with Carly. Namaste.